Hey guys, it's your favorite fruit Kiwi here, and last week, Nintendo finally did the thing. They finally announced that the successor for the Switch would be announced later this year. It's been a hot minute now since the Switch came out, and it has been an amazing ride so far. From that first year, the Switch has been knocking it out of the park. We got Breath of the Wild, Splatoon 2, Mario Odyssey, Xenoblade 2, all in just the first year of this console being around. And although this is arguably the best year for the system, every year has been fantastic so far. 2018 gave us Kirby Star Allies, and more importantly, Smash Ultimate. 2019, Mario Maker 2, Fire Emblem 3 Houses, Astral Chain, and the Link's Awakening remake. I could go on for every single year, but my point is, every year the Switch has been out, we have been blessed to receive so many great titles, and being able to play games like Breath of the Wild on the go is still something that doesn't make any sense to me. But like all great things, the life of the Switch is finally coming to an end. By the time the Switch 2 comes out, the Switch is going to be 8 years old. Whatever comes next is going to have some massive shoes to fill. I'll tell you that much. So like what I'm sure many other creators on this platform will try to do, I'm going to try my best to predict the Switch 2's first year on the market. Well, specifically from its launch until the end of 2025. In the second half of 2024, probably around late August, early September, Nintendo's going to reveal a big presentation for the new system. It's going to be another hybrid console just like the Switch, but with specs higher than the PS4 and Xbox One, but not as good as the PS4 Pro or the Xbox One X. They'll show us some footage of the console in action, featuring a new 3D Mario game, a Splatoon sequel, and some noteworthy other third-party releases, specifically Persona 3 Reload. They may also tease a new 3D Zelda game to release in 2025 or 2026. After this initial reveal, things will be mostly quiet. We'll get some more information about the console, but most announcements will be for the Switch titles releasing throughout 2024. Finally, in January 2025, we'll get a dedicated Nintendo Direct to reveal more about the Switch 2 and games we're releasing for throughout the first half of 2025. The console's release date will be confirmed to be March 14th, 2025. They'll reveal that the console will be launching with a brand new 3D Mario game titled Mario Rangers, which will be completely open world. They'll also reveal a new Fire Emblem releasing in June of 2025. Mario Kart 9 will finally be announced for an April release date. NSO will be brought back along with its emulators, but now they'll finally add GameCube games, which will release in May. After this, they'll show off some of the console's online features, before revealing either Xenoblade 4, or even better, Xenoblade X2. I want this game. No, I need this game. They promised X2. They have to give me X2, right? There will be a couple other small titles announced throughout the presentation, but the end will feature a built from the ground up remake of The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, releasing holiday 2025. March 14th will roll around and the Switch 2 will be officially launched. The console will sell like hotcakes and people will be infatuated with Mario Rangers. They'll say it's the best Mario game ever made and Mario should stay open world going forward. There will be a couple other smaller titles released by third-party companies, but nothing groundbreaking. Mario Kart 9 will finally release after over 10 years of nothing but Mario Kart 8. The new gimmick for this Mario Kart will be the fully customizable track editor. Players will be able to take pre-created track pieces and put them together to create new and interesting tracks. It will be somewhere in between what you can do in Mario Maker and the Dungeon Mixer in Link's Awakening remake. Needless to say, people are going to obsess over this new feature. Nothing too crazy will happen in May, but we will finally get GameCube games added to NSO. The service will launch with Wind Waker and Luigi's Mansion as the flagship games, as well as Mario Party 4. When June rolls around, we can have two things to look forward to. There's the new Fire Emblem game, as well as another Nintendo Direct. The presentation will open up with the announcement of a sequel to Platinum Games' Astral Chain, which will release in August of this year. In this Direct, we will also get the announcement of a new Kid Icarus game to release in July. The game will be similar to Uprising in terms of gameplay. The new Xenoblade title will get a hard release date of September 26. Several new GameCube NSO games will be revealed, those being Kirby Air Ride and Mario Sunshine. Both will be released in July. We'll see a new trailer for Ocarina of Time HD, as well as an official release date of November 7th. Kid Icarus will release this month alongside the new GameCube NSO games. People will be so excited to see this franchise back. It will be great to experience this franchise on a more traditional controller as well. There will be plenty of callbacks and returning characters from the last game, and this time around the main villain will be a corrupted Zeus. The game will have 28 chapters and the story will feature many different twists and turns spread across multiple story arcs. Astral Chain 2 will be released for Switch 2 on August 22nd, and I will love every second of it. September will be a big month for the Switch 2, as getting a new Xenoblade game will be a very big release. Xenoblade 4/X2 will release at the end of the month and be critically acclaimed, and everyone will love it. There will be a dedicated mini direct for the game where they will also reveal that there's going to be DLC for this title. The game will launch with the first wave, which will include some helpful items, and wave 2 will release sometime later in 2025. Since there won't be any major release in October, we will skip that month entirely and go straight into the holiday season. Ocarina of Time HD will release to near critical acclaim, and everybody will understand why this game is so beloved. There will be a smaller group of players who don't like the game, saying that the Zelda formula is outdated and constantly compare the game to Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. The game will feature some new features, including a new dungeon. The new dungeon will be completely optional, but if done, will grant players something interesting like unlimited magic or a new tunic. They'll also add in some cut content from Ura Zelda as well, but what that will be, I'm not exactly sure. There will also be a special Zelda Switch 2 released to go alongside the game. This month, we'll see the release of Wave 2 of the Xenoblade DLC, but nothing much else more than that. The DLC will include new side quests, new items, and a new story revolving around a new party member. But that wraps up my predictions for the Switch 2 in 2025. I feel pretty confident in some of these predictions. I know things like Kid Icarus might be a bit of a stretch, but I think there's a decent shot that we get it. Games like a new 3D Mario and a new Xenoblade seem basically guaranteed to me, and if there isn't a new Mario Kart in year 1, Nintendo will be shooting themselves in the foot. I personally can't wait to see what Nintendo is cooking with the Switch 2. And in case you are wondering, the reason I didn't mention Prime 4 is because the game is going to be announced next month and released on the OG Switch for this year, or so help me, I will.